Hello, happy 2026 to everybody out there. It's Shani back with another video, and in this video I will be comparing the new John Bead Cylin beads, which are their cylinder versions, their answer to the Delica beads, and also the comparison with the Toho treasures. Now, I have my phone on a bit of a flimsy stand. Hopefully I won't knock it over again this time. What I found is the actual precision of these beads is pretty insane. Like, I haven't seen such a precision for cutting like for the beads. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of like see if I can't zoom in just a little bit to give you an idea of what these things look like. So those are the Cylin beads, and then we've also got the Toho treasures in a mat. And then we've also got the Miyuki Delicas, which, interestingly enough, when I threaded these things onto a needle, a size 10 needle, pardon the janky camera stand here. So let's see if I can do this in a way that it kind of makes sense to everybody out there. Let's camera, go, experimental, go. All right. So this is the Toho treasures, and too bad I can't show you how much gap is available. Hang on here, see if I can show you how much gap is available so you can kind of now Toho treasures are known for having larger holes so that you can do more multi-pass beads with them. So this gives you an indication of the now, the Toho treasures are not quite as precise as the Miyuki or as the John Cylin beads, but interestingly enough, I'll thread on 3 of these Cylin beads, 2, 3, to give you an idea. So, can I bring this up closer? This actually might work a bit better if I have my hand in the background. All right, so you can see that the precision on these things is pretty insane, but they're also a tighter bead. Let's see if I can bring this right forward to the needle without it having to drop off. They're also a lot tighter in the hole, and so there's maybe room for 2 passes unless you're using a really thin thread. And let's see, I will hook onto this 3 Miyuki Delicas, and you'll be able to kind of compare the size. So unfortunately, none of these things are compatible to play together. So, but I mean, just look at the precision of the cut of these the Cylin beads. They're insane. Very cool. But again, you can see how the Miyuki kind of dangle a little bit, kind of like, so there's definitely more room. Hang on here, if I see if I can bring this up. Oops, as it fell off. Yeah, there's definitely more room for the holes, but then you look at this one here. Where are you there? And put the needle through. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera. It looks like there's room, but by comparison, if you could like see it with the naked eye, you can kind of see here like there's quite a bit of gap there. And then if I throw on the Cylin beads again and I push down on it, there's not as much of a gap in that hole. And it's the same thing with the Delicas. The Delicas have a much larger threading hole too. So let's have a look, see here. So this is the Delicas. Patience, patience, patience. It'll come, it'll show. I wonder if I can do that with this magnifying glass. Oops, 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 don't knock everything over. It would be interesting to see how this kind of goes. But again, there is more room with the Delicas than there is with the Tohos. But bringing this right up close here, actually that's not bad. You can see how they kind of hang down off of the thread. And like I said, this is a size 10 beading needle. And the hole for the Tohos are bigger Oops, sorry, those were the John Bead ones. My bad. I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, so those were the John Bead ones with the treasures. And if you look, like I said, you can see quite the hole in the Toho treasures. So, and then if you look at an example with the, where are you? Come here, my little pretty. Maybe I can compare it by holding in hand parallel. That would be kind of interesting if I can actually make that happen. Just a second here. It might be a little bit fidgety, but see if we can bring it up to compare the hole width. So you should, oops, hang on here. I'm going to nudge that over just a little bit so you can see. Anyways, the hole is a bit larger on the, there you go. So the hole on the John beads is quite considerably smaller. Anyways, I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to push it out there. But I mean, you can really see there's quite a difference by how many threads you're going to be able to pass through there. But as far as the actual quality of these John beads, they are absolutely stunning. Like if you look at the precision of these things. That's crazy. So for if you want like your ultimate best work and it doesn't require a lot of threading through, I would definitely recommend these guys. And they're also like maybe about a third the cost of the Miyuki seed beads. So anyways, that's just a quick little comparison video for me. I wonder if I can zoom into these things for you here. No, let's go macro, focus, enhance on. So yeah, so this is just an example of the John Bead Cylin beads by comparison to your Toho beads, which I do a fair amount of culling with those, and even with the Miyukis, which are very beautiful. They're not anywhere near kind of as like robotically consistent in cut, but the hole sizes on the Miyukis and the Tohos are definitely much greater. So anyways, I hope this helped for a comparison. Remember, I was using a size 10 needle for that, and have a great day.